Family darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strengthened. Orphan lost, soul found. Nature's sister hoof calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strengthened. Orphan lost, soul found. Nature's sister hoof calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strengthened.
Welcome back, everyone, to Followers of Mayhem. In the last episode, we had quite the bombshell, didn't we? And after delivering the package that I'm honestly surprised no one looked at, they all returned to the gentleman's inn and are currently waiting to receive their reward. So, currently, Alex is heading upstairs and Fiona has just discovered a startling revelation. Oh, and I accidentally did that. 1 second, I accidentally clicked on a video. Don't worry, that's not spoilers. That was just a video I thought would be interesting. But, yeah, Fiona, why don't you start us off with your big thing you've figured out while I get everything back up.
Vienna is just staring at the a name, staring kind of stunned at the name, at basically the name, basically the names mentioned at the bottom of the book. Like she's stunned. She's not saying anything.
Alright, so Alex, you head upstairs?
Yep, I'm gonna go stare at the ceiling for a bit.
Okay, let me move you upstairs and bam, there you go. So, now on to Rira and Shikon. So, you all pop into Tanuki's realm. Only, you notice there's no Foxcott, ignoring the picture there. Only the table and a sign is there. The sign reads in common, out to deal with a creature of unimaginable horror. Enjoy some snacks, you'll be back soon. And with a few minutes, back you are.
That's new. Usually Tanuki is there to say hi.
Might be something that you have to deal with on that time.
So, you appear in the Gentleman's Inn. You can see a couple of your friends over near the completely soundproof room. Elnath and Sren currently enjoying the fireplace, while Allah appears to be approaching them.
River looks really excited seeing Elnath and Sren and runs over there to them with LR.
When they see you, they both rise, and you see this bright smile appear on Sren's face, and she goes, River. Hi.
Sren! I say it louder, but I can't say it louder.
Do you hug the goblin?
Yes.
You hug the goblin.
I basically just pick it right up and I squeeze it to my chest, being mindful of my beak, and be like, Sren, I missed you.
I missed you too. I'm still learning, but I'm getting better at using the bow and all that.
I can tell. You're even talking to me normal for once.
I've been getting speaking lessons from Elnath here.
Makes it really easy, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still nervous, but I'm getting there.
I'm still nervous even now. It's all right.
Elnath.
You'll learn.
Elnath then brings his arms around and pulls both of you into a hug.
Oh my god.
Try not to squish Sren.
She'll grow into it.
Good to see you too, Savior.
He puts you down and he says, I got a present for you. And he reaches into a small bag and opens it wide and then pulls out a large box. It's almost disproportionately sized. It's bigger than the bag. And he offers it to Rira and he says, now this is just a small thing, but I hope you enjoy it. It took quite a bit to get to... It took quite a bit to find them, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
You really don't need to get me anything, but okay.
Well, are you going to open it?
Yes. So, Real opens it right up.
You see a longbow carved with Aarakocra, apparently battling some sort of primordial force, you can't tell. And a small slip of paper reads what it exactly does. You are holding a longbow of ghastly might.
Oh.
It's a new bow.
I figured you deserved a little something.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Thank you. I think I'm gonna cry.
There's more. If you reach deeper in and you'll pull it out.
Okay. Basically, I just try to lean over the box, and then half my body hangs out as I try to reach down and grab what's in there.
You manage to pull out this piece of breastplate armor. With the chest plate has a small orb that has wings curling around it, curling outward from it. And you are holding the breastplate of the planar winds.
Ooh.
And again, a similar card is also there describing what it does.
Oh my gosh, is this made for me?
Well, it's made with Aarakocras in mind, but let's just say I borrowed it. The person
I've
who
never seen this before.
the person who used to own these items is unfortunately deceased, but I'm sure you'll make very good use of it. They are your birthright, after all.
She looks a little sad and thinking about like where exactly birthright is, but then she immediately perks up and she smiles and she puts the armor down, and then she goes over and she leaves and she hugs her Elneth tight and she goes, "Thank you."
He hugs her back and he says, "Careful, I might squeeze you too hard."
No, okay, no squeezing, thank you.
He chuckles as he lets her go. Well, we should be going. Me and Sven still have more training to do. I only popped by in hopes that I would see you before we headed out. I'm thinking of
You
heading.
really have to go.
Yeah, I'm thinking of heading probably east. Maybe north. It'll depend.
I won't see you. I'll be able to see you soon, right?
Of course. I'll be on the breath of the wind, as they say.
Ruva perks up really happily with a happy smile and a little good.
And with that, the two briefly give a wave to everyone else, and they head out the door. Anything else anyone wants to do with them before they go?
Not really. Shikon just waved back to them.
Okay. So, Shikon, Rura, you know nothing about what's happened.
Shikon has just approached Vienna and seeing the state she is,
She's still staring slack-jawed at the book.
You look like you saw a lot of ghosts.
It's nothing. So, yeah, take a look at the. Wait. Yeah. And it's nothing. It's nothing. And Vierna puts the book away.
Shikon looks pretty confused about that. So, what happened? Because I just happened to be pulled away by Tanuki when before we opened that door.
Oh, let's just say, we found the guy we were looking for, and we found out some things. It's really more okay, there's no easy way around this. You know the dragon Mahem?
I think it's better that we talk this in a more private situation.
I was gonna say it might be a good idea to wait until Alex comes back down, but okay.
He's not gonna come down for a while, I don't think. Come on in.
Ruva was kind of. Yes?
Do you want to join us or?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was admiring my new bow and armor. What happened?
Apparently a lot. So we're going into the private room to get catched up on that.
She looks a little curious. Like, is it something that bad?
It's something you need to know.
It seems that way.
Oh, okay.
She walks into the room now.
Rua takes her new stuff and also goes in too.
Alright, is anyone not going into the room?
I will not be going in the room.
Okay, what are you doing?
I assume this is to talk about stuff I already know.
Yes. Okay, what are
Okay.
you doing?
I close the door.
Okay.
After everyone is-
Okay. Allah, what are you doing?
She's just gonna go grab a drink real quick. She is gonna be silent for a little bit.
Okay. So,
Dennis is going to work on approved project.
okay, just roll me 1d2. Yeah, it burns.
Natural.
It explodes. Boom. Okay. So, everyone who is in the private room.
Okay,
Doors closed.
so turns out Alex's patron is the Dragon Mayhem.
You mean the person he talks to?
Yep.
Rua first looks confused and she goes, "Wait, the Dragon of Mayhem? That's who he talks to?
Uh-huh.
That can't be."
Wait.
Yeah, that's what
Who's-
we said, but the patron apparently admitted it.
Who actually found that out?
A large friend.
Law, that guy we were hunting for.
You found him?
Oh,
Yep.
I didn't know that you met him.
Yeah, you missed quite a bit.
Seems like it.
Sorry, we weren't there.
We ran into him just about. We ran into him in right about the same time you got spirited away by Tanuki.
Mm.
Rua looks a little thoughtful, and then all of a sudden she stands up and puts her hands on the counter like, "Wait, what about the item we're supposed to get? Did we get it?"
Yeah, we got it.
We're waiting to hear. We're here waiting to hear back from Inkaria right now.
Okay, good. You don't want to upset the gentleman by not doing what he asked. Or she, as you guys told me.
Yes, it's a woman.
I still
Speaking
can't believe
of-
that.
Speaking of, did you guys actually looked what it was, or did you just simply took the chest and walked away with it?
We took the chest out. We took the chest out with us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, cleared the place out enough that we were sure we wouldn't get ambushed on the way out, and then just went off with it.
Olga. Olga.
Rua calms down a little bit and she sits down and she thinks and then she says, "So what does the dragon want with Alex?"
Fuck if we know.
Presumably it has to do with those white shards he absorbs.
You know, if he does one minor thing, I won't be sorry to use that axe of mine.
Well, I mean, he says he still trusts us, the dragon.
What? He still trusts it?
Apparently,
That's what he said.
Apparently, it's running. Apparently, that patron is running his family, and it's his best, and I guess before meeting us, his only friend.
I think I know now why we're called followers of Mahem because of that.
Didn't realize the of Mayhem was part of it, but okay.
Mayhem's just a dragon that's supposed to cleave this land. That's why this land's called Mayhem. It was made by that dragon. But I thought that was just a myth.
It wasn't. It's not so much that
It's never just a myth.
it's
It's
not so much that Mayhem created the land. He's the one that severed severed the island from the mainland. Legend has it that nothing of the mainland remains. Somehow, only this island survived.
Rua seems to look a little upset, and then she sits down and she hugs herself, looking afraid. I don't like this.
Neither do I. But you saw into that book, Vienna, and you've been looking pretty surprised, like you've seen a ghost. What was in that book that made you react that way?
Read it and find out. I toss the book at the table.
Well, what language is the book?
Common.
You can
Cool.
read, right?
Yeah.
The book in question is under other stuff. And it's called The Silent Cause, A Mapped Melody.
What I saw in there, it's something I'll follow up on later. Right now we got a job to do.
So.
Okay. Give me a... She gonna now read the book. Give me a moment.
Okay. So, is there anything...
I assume Rura would do the same? Or has she read it?
So, while you guys are doing that, I'm just gonna briefly pop over to Alex. So, you've been up here for a while. No one else has shown yet. What do you do?
Alex has just kind of been laying there on the bed, just staring at the roof. Well, kind of contemplating the whole, sort of surrealness of being the inspiration for the very same book that Shikon is reading. And also just everything that's kind of been revealed to him. Like, he just... If anyone walked in on him, he would just kind of look like he's lost, in a way. But yeah, he lays there for a moment, just thinking to himself, and just... After about another minute or two, he gets up from the bed and then just takes in a deep breath, sighs, and then he just goes back downstairs.
Okay, I will move you downstairs. Allah, roll me a con save.
Oh, she's not drinking alcohol.
Oh, okay. In that case, no con save, just... what are you doing? What's going on in Allah's mind?
She has a lot of questions to herself, and she just looks deep in thought as she finishes her drink. She notices Alex is walking down from stairs, and she walks over and approaches him.
If I can, real quick. So kind of a little bit lost. Rura kind of just stands and she goes, I think I need some air. And she walks out of the room.
She nods softly towards her. Take your time.
Okay, so quick pause. Dennis, how do you fail?
It's an excellent question. My invention accidentally turns the chair on the other side into an ice sculpture.
You're paying for that.
Are you talking about my other thing?
No, that's what the bartender says. He says you're paying for the chair.
I thought you meant or did you mean what I whispered to you?
I was just saying if you had something in mind. Okay. Okay. Alex, as you step down the stairs, you come face to face with Allah, and you also see Rura stepping out of the room.
Oh, hey Rura. Didn't know you were back. You doing alright?
Rua jolts, hearing his voice. She turns to him, and then she kind of gives a small glare. for once, actually for the first time, and then she just looks away and walks away.
Allah?
Yeah. She does hate me. Anyway, hey Allah.
Alar just looks down, looks lost herself, and she goes silent for a minute as he spoke to her. For a moment that it was echoed for the room, she just finally looked up at him and looked him in the eye and said, "What do you plan on doing then?"
What do you mean?
Are you going to collect the shards?
Well, it's the only thing I can really think of doing right now.
So, do you mean to... She just struggles to find the words and looks back down once more. And she just has this confused, vibe going off, going through her, and she just says, "I don't know what to do anymore."
Allah, do you think those shards really are causing this land pain?
Well, as a man that lies, I'll say that much.
He said he wasn't sure. It was
No.
only his theory.
No, he wouldn't say it unless he has proof that backs it.
What do you want me to say? Look, if you don't want to travel with me anymore, I understand. You're well within your right to just leave. I won't blame you. I won't hate you for it. Just all any of us can do is just do what we think is best, even if it hurts like hell.
She pauses at that and then looks back into his eyes once more. And what do you think is best right now, Alex? Do you think what you're doing is right now?
I think, as presumptuous as this is, I think out of everyone in Mayhem, I probably know him better than anyone else does. 20 plus years I've gotten to know him. All of that can't be a lie.
So you're saying Horo has been in your family for 20 years?
More than that, before I was even born. Generation upon generation, he's made a new pact, and I'm just the latest in that line.
Do you have an exact number to how many years he's been in your family?
If I had to guess, since when our family first started.
The first generation warlocks, I'm guessing.
Would that be the first generation of warlocks from after the kingdom was founded?
Probably would be a safe assumption.
Because as far as I know, the royal family was established in just about around shortly after Mayhem was stopped.
Look, I really want to give you guys the straight answer, and even I'm conflicted over this, okay? I don't know what to do, okay? The best I can do is just try and help my friend, but I don't want it to be at the cost of Mayhem, but
I have a suggestion.
Oh boy.
Why don't we just continue as we were, and we'll just avoid gray areas, and it'll give us time to think while we're doing stuff.
as beneficial as I think that would probably be, don't you think that'll cause tensions to rise amongst us?
I'm just surprised you had an idea and explosions.
Well, you think all of my ideas end in explosions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your
Oh,
conversation.
look at my latest idea. It didn't result in an explosion. It resulted in a chair of ice.
Your
He points over to
You
the
pay
chair
for
that got
that.
turned into
Guys.
ice.
Yes. Your conversation is interrupted by the sound of a familiar voice approaching Rura. Oh, hello there! Hey! Hey! Hello!
Rua jolts out of her thoughts and she goes, "Oh, hi,
Hi, I'm Issa. Would you like a fortune?
Fortune."
Well, maybe when I'm not on the clock, huh? I'm here to pick up you and your friends and take you to meet the gentleman. He's finished checking over the item and he's authenticized it and alphabetic-sized it, so whatever the wording is.
Rua kind of jolts and looks afraid again at the mention of the gentleman, but then she like sighs and she goes, "So he wants to see us now?"
Yep.
All right, better go get the others.
Great. I'll be waiting for you right at the kitchen.
She gives her a soft smile and then just like pats her head once on the head.
She gives us a... You're nice, miss. You're a nice lady. You're also very pretty. You're pretty... I like the feathers. They're very pretty.
Okay, please don't touch feathers.
Bird, fly! And she begins to flap her wings as she heads over there, and the man at the bar just gives her this sigh as if he's seen way too many kids.
Rura smiles, but then she also eyes the mark around her neck and gives a little like worried glance and then walks away to go get the others.
So, back to the
I think at
chat.
this point in time, Dennis Merlin was pointing at the chair that he turned into ice.
Yep.
Oh, hi.
She looks to the ice chair for a second and then back to Dennis, and then she goes, "The gentleman's ready for us."
Oh, okay. You guys ready?
Dear. Okay. She kind of still a little bit dumbfounded after reading the book. Okay. So let's go to the gentleman, I guess.
Yeah. And as he says that, Alex just kind of looks over curiously to Rura because I don't think he would know that she's figured it out yet. Well, she's heard it yet, but probably has an idea.
Yeah, Rua just kind of like, sorry.
It's fine.
It's
You're
okay.
not well.
Rua kind of like glances at Alex and she looks uneasy, not glaring this time, but she does look uneasy and uncomfortable, and she kind of just walks and keeps a distance from him.
Shakeron actually grabs Alex on arm for a moment to pull him closer, and just to whisper, Vienna told me about everything that happened. If I find out that whatever you do is going to cause harm, I won't waste any second to bring my axe down on you. You got that?
Alex
Guys,
just, yeah.
guys, PvP has to be sanctioned by the Dungeon Master. Thank you.
Okay. But yeah, Alex just kind of looks up to her and he says, "Wolf, I'd gladly hand you the axe."
Good. And he let him go after saying that.
Issa,
Kagura just puts his hands behind his head and glancing to Alex, saying, "Give him time."
Issa is bouncing on her feet as she's waiting for them impatiently, and she goes, Hi
Okay.
again, mister. Hi. You're the ones I gave the fortune to. I hope you enjoyed it. The gentleman is
Sure.
ready to see you. Come on, I will lead you right to him, yes.
All right,
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it's me!
You've all met her before?
Yeah,
she's interesting.
Yes,
pretty much.
I am interesting. Well, follow me. And she heads through the kitchen, just full force, shoving people aside.
Jeez.
Gotta admire her energy.
So,
Well, she's still a child, so yeah. Let's go.
You all head into the gentleman's room. And Becca, I'm going to assume you want to be in that form, or do you want to appear as the gentleman?
Yeah, just that form is fine.
Okay. Now, before we begin, this time when you were going through the area, you actually went downstairs. As in you went down a massive slope of stairs, and then you took a right, and then you took a left. Then you went upstairs, downstairs, up, down, and those of you who passed the those of you who passed the intelligence check last time noticed that once again the floor isn't moving underneath you, only the walls are, and the stairs are an escalator. But eventually, you make it to the door. Issa opens it and lets you in and says, I'll be right out here. And she closes it once you're in.
Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome.
She considers hurting again.
So,
Yeah, River looks around like kind of like lost and kind of a little scared.
I don't believe we've met. Hello, I am the gentleman.
River, like, her feathers bristle and she tenses up and she looks at her. She goes, Hi.
Yes, hello.
I'm Rura.
Pleased to meet you. You can call me Inkaria.
Rura kind of relaxes just a little bit more. And she tilts her head like, Inkaria? So that's your real name?
It is. But I trust that you won't go spreading around it too much.
Oh, no, of course not.
Wonderful. I'm glad you've all managed to complete the task that I've assigned you almost flawlessly. So I'd like to thank you all for a job well done. As promised, your payment.
I actually have a question, if I may ask it.
And what would that be?
What are you actually planning with the orb that we retrieved for you? Are you going to destroy it, or are you keeping it safe in case of...
Now, I'll be honest, I do not feel obligated to tell you that information.
All we know,
What do you expect, Shigun?
all she's told us is that the orb could be used to make the time loop on Fulma.
That's all we really need to know, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure that the treasure, the chest of gold, should be coming up right now.
Okay. Just 1 second. I'm trying to remember where I left that paragraph of oh well. So, a hole opens in the floor, and a treasure chest with money neatly stacked inside rises out of it before the floor that the chest is on meshes seamlessly with the floor you're standing on. inside is exactly 5,000 gold.
Oh, nice.
Holy shit.
The entire contents of that treasure chest are yours to take.
Wow.
Fiona looks at it completely dispassionately.
As for the information about the centaur, the last we've heard about them is they are currently in the area. This was a long time ago, though, so she's probably moved on somewhere else. That's about all I can tell you.
We already found Eris. Apparently, she's the leader there now.
Oh, good, good.
That's good information for her to know. Nice job.
Alright. Now that you've all proven yourselves to be quite a trustworthy investment, especially for not talking about yours truly to anyone outside of your group, that being said, I can offer you some more work if you are interested.
She can actually Elias' throat about the trustworthy part.
Incaria.
Yes.
The offer is appreciated, but we currently do not wish to be sidetracked by other matters. We want to free Fulma as soon as possible.
That's fair, that's fair. I do have some other options for you to go from here, if you're interested nonetheless.
To clarify, just because I think you've forgotten it, then the owl is waiting outside for them to do it the moment they leave.
Alright.
Just in case you forgot.
No,
We just need to get it frozen.
frozen. Very well. Some other things that you might be interested in doing are probably either working for me, or working for the Mafia in Prague, or going to the capital city of Lundrick and working for the government.
We are none of those three things interest any of us.
The Mafia? That sounds pretty neat.
Not.
Ruben looks a little uncomfortable and she rubs her arm, looking downward.
Very well. You're free. You are free to do your own thing. There's no rush to decide things at the moment. I have what?
We still appreciate the offer.
Okay. Just thought I'd let you know a few things. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me right now.
Well, I do have one, Incaria, if I could be so bold as to ask.
Alright.
I know you said that you didn't have any intention of telling us what the object we retrieved for you does, but I suppose it's a childish question to ask, but I suppose we can assume that we can trust it with you, correct?
Very. Yes. I'm glad you say that. I can be very trustworthy with things.
Okay, do I trust her?
Roll an insight check.
Alrighty. Insight.
Also, whose mic is going? I see. It's your mic. No problem then.
You can tell she has ulterior motives.
Well, I was just going to say, it seems she's telling the truth.
I am telling the truth, but she also has ulterior motives.
Oh, jeez.
So does everyone, I guess.
Yep.
Lindsay?
Yeah, okay.
In
any case. Yeah, I saw the message.
Great.
In any case, the jobs that I did briefly mention, one was being in Prosh with the Mafia.
Rosh.
Crouch. Yes. They don't have as many standards as I do, and they're more than happy to keep slaves, including the tribal shifters that live there, the poor things.
The
Feeding
mentioning of slaves made Chicken rather uneasy.
Yes.
We're the same.
They feed on the rich with an iron rule. I have investigations of my own going on over there with those shifters in particular.
I'm assuming Ing Prosh Osh is one of Cleaver's little hiding places.
You
So to
could say that. You could say that. And lastly, there's Lundrak with the government. There have been rumors of a potential crew going on in there, you've no doubt heard. Talk of change in the higher management. Of course, I doubt the royal family would be affected. I would prefer someone bribable in charge instead of an unknown, if you catch my drift.
Someone whose strings you could pull.
Perhaps.
Yeah, no, sorry. I don't care what. We're not taking any jobs like that.
Fair enough.
That being said, in light of some recent revelations, we might end up having to head to Lundruk anyway. If things get too serious, we may need to go to the royal family for help.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm sorry, Inkaria, but replacing management isn't exactly on our forte. In spite of what some of us may believe, I don't think any of us want to make things worse for the current government.
You're right. Well, there is one last thing before you go. If you meet anyone part of the Syndicate, I suggest avoiding them if all possible. They are my, let's say, direct competitors.
The moment you mention the Sin Syndicate, Bjarna's eye twitches.
Oh my.
Don't worry.
I hit a nerve. Oh no.
No, she says, don't worry. We prefer to keep our hands clean. And she turns around to leave.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you once again for all of your hard work.
Ruva still has her head down and she looks thoughtful. And then she looks up to Inkaria real quick and she goes, if we need to talk to you again, we can come back here, right?
Oh, of course. Just look for anyone who carries the brand on their neck.
Right,
And
right.
when she says that, you notice her giving you a briefly pointed look.
Ruva kind of flinches and she kind of puts her arm a little more closer up to her shoulder and her neck, and then she goes, right.
Alright, well, thank you for the job offer, Inkaria, and if we have anything, we'll come to you with it as soon as we can. And Alex gives a sort of a small bow and he says, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise. I hope to hear from you again sometime soon.
You have a good day now.
You as well.
And with that, you're escorted out by the excitable little girl, and you return to the gentleman's inn.
My head.
Get a drink and lie down, you'll feel better.
Well, I gotta go tell a fortune for from one of the nobles in, a city. I forgot the name. Oh yeah,
Don't get
maybe.
lost.
Have fun.
Bye! And with that, she heads off and away.
Don't steal.
She's gone.
Riva
that's
looks a
sad.
little bit shaken as she still has a hand close to her shoulder and her neck, and she just gives a shaky sigh.
Alara walks over to Rula, looking over to her shoulder and arm and neck. Is everything okay?
Riva looks at her and notices her look, and she jolts and she takes a step back. She goes, "Yeah, I'm fine."
She only frowns as she did the action and figures she just gives a soft shrug and, well, let me know if you need anything, okay?
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Well, seems like we got ourselves a ride to Frozen. So, anyone has any business left, then we best get prepared and head out.
Maybe we just head out now. I don't trust anything in this town.
To
That's fair, I
Forma.
suppose.
Let's
could
go. Let's fly to Forma and break
going
this
to Frozen.
down. Huh?
Going to
We're
Frozen.
not going to FOMO. We're going to Frozen.
Sorry, this is out of character now. We're going to break the curse, right?
Yeah, we gotta go to Frozen.
Yeah,
dude.
we're breaking the curse.
We're gonna go find the people who curse.
Let me move you over to the map. Now, if you go to the very far east, you can see the Wizard City Frozen, where you're going to find a wizard who knows how to dispel the magic.
Oh, that place.
And,
Okay.
yeah, and spell components we can actually trust that aren't cursed.
Sorry,
I forgot to shut the doors
just-
behind me when I was going through the gentleman's area. Sorry.
It's cool. So,
We just
Becca.
assumed you did that.
Becca, you just as you got paid, you were told, oh, by the way, you also have this extra job here. And you're like, well, pff. So you head back to the gentleman's inn and you're waiting outside for them.
Rip.
Hello again.
We're still on the map.
I know.
Ah, sorry.
Oh, so you're the one who will be taking us to Frozen?
I suppose so, if that's your next destination.
It is.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
You might also be flying us to Fulma, but I don't know how long your contract goes for that. So we'll see what happens.
Well, after this, my contract should be pretty much done, and I'll be free from this place, finally.
Good for you.
Hopefully.
The owl cat goes, woohoo!
I do agree. It's better to heat out now.
Yep.
Well-
Well, let's go.
Alright.
So, foop, foop, phew. By the time evening rolls around, you make it towards Frozen. As you now, I don't have a map prepared because I admittedly wasn't expecting you to get this far this quickly. So, as you enter what looks like to be a magical sphere around the floating city. Well, floating as in some buildings are literally just floating in the air. The building is built and very spherical shaped, in that there's places on the ground, and there's places in the air, and then in the very center there's a giant wizard's tower. And as the owl enters the bubble, its wings slowly fold. But you don't fall. You just begin to float down. And then you feel a lightness to your body. And you realize with just a thought, you can fly.
Ooh, nice. So this
You
is
notice that Merlin's not present. He's currently flying around outside. Home!
Shigon just frowns, but then looks towards Wura. So this is
yell-
how it feels to fly.
I yell out, Dennis is back, everyone. Better take cover.
You see a couple of people go, "Oh crap!" and then everyone's just suddenly running and fleeing, and doors are closing, and everyone's like, nah, and then they all go back to their business.
This is Dennis's people, all right.
I think they know of his tendencies to blow up, huh?
Yes.
Anyway, it's nice to know how it feels to fly, Ruva. Ruva?
Marissa doesn't quite look like herself, but she looks outside kind of curious. She goes, guess this is close enough without wings. That's weird.
So, slowly, you all float down, and the owl lands. Though, of course, land is a bit hard to define when every building seems to be floating in the air. But you manage to find a stable on the ground where Linson waits with the snow owl.
Right. Here we are.
And I thought the area was cold.
This is nothing, sadly.
You think this place is cold?
I don't think it's cold.
Oh, go figure. The people who have fur don't think it's cold.
I'm warming myself. I'm just warming myself with a sacred flame.
Speaking of,
I'm not.
I have a neat jacket, though,
you
too.
realize that as you stay in the bubble longer and longer, your body starts to warm back up. It seems the bubble of flight magic also has some sort of temperature equalization magic thing.
Nice.
Oh, looks like the cold never bothered this city after all.
Oh god, why did you have to go there?
Go figure. An entire city full of wizards. Guess they thought of everything.
So,
Ruva kind of like messes with her new armor a little bit, trying to get used to it, and then she looks around curious.
you see a store titled Pseudo Dragons. Another store called Wizards and Warguns. Another store called Look, we just sell pots. Another store called We Sell Magic Pots. Another store that says we sell those pots that repair themselves after that hero decides to come in and smash everything.
But do any of them sell magic pot?
They're kind of on the nose with their branding in this city, aren't they?
Looks like it. Anyway, let's meet that master of Dennis and...
So-
Well, I guess that's the closest we have to a guess as to who could probably break the wish spell.
So, Dennis,
So I guess I lead them there.
you lead them straight towards the giant tower in the center of the city.
Mage God.
At the front, once you enter, you see one of the elves who work there at the desk, currently just working on some sort of crossword puzzle with a bored expression.
Well, for fuck's
Hello.
sake.
Oh,
I'm back.
welcome back, Dennis. She looks to you all and she sighs and says, "So you're Dennis's
Jack.
friends?"
Yes, and
More or less.
his performance has been exactly what you think it has been.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, let's not get into Dennis. We're here for we're here looking for his master.
We're here to talk to Twistig.
Alright, I'll let him know. And she picks up a stone. She picks up a stone, and then the stone turns into a key, and she uses that stone to unlock a small cabinet at the behind her that when it opens is also filled with stones. she scrolls through one. They're all listed with a name, and she scrolls through them, eventually pulling one out at the very bottom that was labeled Wiztig. She brings it to her and she says, "I'm sorry, Wiztig, but yeah, he's back." Yeah, I know. Yeah. I hope he doesn't destroy the new couch as well. Yeah.
They got new couches?
She instantly glares towards Dennis. Don't you dare!
I'll let him know.
Yeah. I'm just gonna preempt this and just hogtie and just hogtie Dennis. Like, better safe than sorry.
So
Wow,
she
you
puts the
grappled
stone
them.
down and turns and says, "He'll be right down shortly." And
Okay.
she
Yeah, like,
motions
I
towards.
just take out my silk rope and just bind his hands and legs.
Okay. What is this? Do.
Yeah, you're tied. Unless they roll a higher strength, which I doubt, because that's Vienna.
Higher strength?
Well, yeah, you're trying to catch him.
Yeah.
But you want higher strength, right? Higher strength athletics? Because
Strength
Have you
or
even been
athletics?
have you been paying attention? Higher strength.
As in roll strength or...
Of all the times for me to roll a 2.
If I recall correctly, at a tie, everything stays how it was.
Yes, but she rolled a 10, not a 12. Oh wait, you did roll
you
a
rolled
10.
a 12.
Yeah, I did roll a 10, and he rolled a 10 too.
You end up tickling him. And it's at that moment that you see, well, how about you introduce your wizard here, Dennis?
Yeah, okay. When I see him, I say, "Look, I'm sure I don't need to explain why I'm doing this."
I think you do. Go on,
So
explain
I
it.
assume he opens the door and he walks into the room.
Describe him.
And what you see... What was that?
Describe him.
Ah, yes. You see a sheepdog, Hanjokai, with a shepherd's staff.
My comment stands.
He
He
looks.
says, "Yeah, I see why you'd be chasing him." And Dennis says, "Hello, master!" And it comes over, like, bows down before him. Do you want to play him, or do you want me to play him?
I'll take over. I just wanted you to do the description.
Okay.
So, he looks down to Dennis and then he says, "So, what trouble have you gotten into this time?"
If
He's
it makes
stuck
you
with
feel any
us.
better, the trouble was not made by me.
Well, some of it
Aha.
by you, just not the main trouble.
Part
Actually,
of the
funny
trouble was
enough,
made by me.
This is
Well,
something that
you
you're going.
keep blowing stuff up, don't you?
Actually, funny enough, so this is something that you're going to find interesting. It was actually because of Dennis we were able to discern the nature of the spell that is currently affecting Fulma.
Oh yes, they're in a time loop. There are details. You want to be careful if you go in there.
Basically, the entire town got stuck in a time loop by a wish spell.
And we need
technically,
to bring you along to fix it.
Technically speaking, we shouldn't have remembered anything about it while we were in there, but apparently we have he brings his hands up and air quotes eyes on us. So we were able to remember.
Does this happen to have anything to do with a Mr. Jones?
Yes, it does, actually. Do you know him?
We gave him a few lessons. He seemed very interested in a wish and healing and spells to turn back time, and well, I guess he succeeded, didn't he? So-
No, it actually went very, very wrong.
Well, that's why you're not supposed to mess with time now, isn't it?
You didn't think to ask him why he wanted to learn all this stuff?
I did.
And what did he tell you?
Said he's trying to save his wife.
That is true, but he failed.
Yeah, I told him
And
it wouldn't work.
now my hometown stuff in a time loop.
Yeah, I didn't think
He
he'd
tried-
fail that spectacularly, but, well... Then again, I should have known, because Dennis.
Are you saying a spectacular failure?
No, I'm saying I should have expected something to go spectacularly wrong, because I know you.
That
Wait,
that doctor tried to play God. Of course something went wrong.
Yeah, well... I told him it wouldn't work.
People do things when they're desperate.
Yeah, no.
So you just let him essentially doom the entirety of Fulma to repeat the same day over and over again for the past maybe 2 weeks at best, just because you wanted him to learn some kind of lesson?
Oh, goodness.
No,
has it
I
been
didn't
2
think
weeks
he'd
already?
actually do it.
So you
Uh-uh.
thought he didn't have the guts to do it?
Yeah, I mean... I didn't think he'd use the wish spell that stupidly. And... You will have got to admit it, there are ways to do a wish spell right. And I mean a few lives, but that's not my thing. I just
I
give
wish
people
my
the
wa-
tools to learn and to use magic. I don't... harsh vibes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, now that you mentioned it, I wish my wife was healed. Would that really have been so hard?
Pardon?
Yeah, I did kind of wonder why he didn't just wish for his wife to be healed.
Well, he glances to Dennis and as he says this and says, "Unfortunately, you can't heal stupidity."
Are
So,
you calling me stupid?
No, I'm just looking at you while I say it.
We might not be able to heal. We might not be able to heal stupidity, but with any help, we might be able to heal a possibly dying land.
To
Yeah,
be fair,
that's
Dennis has raised the high bar to all you wizards to our group, so let's let that sink in for you.
but yeah, that's getting back on track. So will you be willing to accompany us to Fulma so you can undo this guy's mistake?
Well, I trained him. It's kind of my job. Just let me check. I didn't have any other calamities that my students have caused. Hey, Benelo, and the elf at the desk goes, yeah. Have there been any well, there's the talk of the 2 towns that are currently facing the whole growth problem that that elf, no, what was it? Yeah, the half elf. Do you remember? Oh, right. Yeah, I should probably go and get that checked out. Do you think you could send someone towards it? Maybe I'll think about it. Okay. And then he turns and he says, "Yeah, I'm cool. Let's go."
Sounds to me. It sounds to me like all you do is clean up your students' messes.
Yeah, that's pretty much my job.
Maybe you
Well-
need to pick better students.
All are starting to think this teacher might not be a real teacher. He's just a problem solver.
Anyway,
Rira
let's
I
kind
go.
of tilts.
think so too.
Yeah, Rira kind of tilts her head like, "Do I give my savior that much trouble?"
No,
hope
no,
not.
just
Not
wizards
at
are
all.
wizards are special. They're their own brand of strangeness.
Remember,
Right.
Aurora, this guy is Dennis's teacher.
Yeah, you should have seen the first wave of students when after the whole cleaving happened. We've still got records dating back. Yeah, there was this guy that tried to raise half the nation from the dead, and Yeah, we had a bit of an undead problem for a while. And there was the time that everyone got turned into chickens. Well, we never found a cure for that one, but they eventually turned back, so we had to cancel our dinner plans. And he's saying this as he slowly steps outside and heads towards the owl cat.
How have you?
Wow. It seems that every single student you are teaching is bringing always
Wait,
some
hang
kind
on.
of
How
trouble.
old are you?
Dennis, how old is he?
Oh,
Old enough?
No, that's
Right.
not. He said they have records dating back to the cleaving. Mentioned that.
Well, you know the saying about not asking a woman how old they are because it's considered rude? The same goes for wizards. None of your business is what I'm saying.
Dennis,
I'm
how
old
old are
enough,
you?
thank you. And he grunts a bit as he goes, whippersnappers.
You see him as he like thinks for a moment.
Dennis. Dennis.
You know that kind of phenomenon where you like someone asks you your age and then you have to like, oh snap, what was my age? And then you have to find your birthday and then you have to start doing some calculations in your head.
Basically, you're saying
I
you
give
don't know
up.
off the top of your head.
I give up.
Yes.
You
In
don't
other words, you're old enough.
By this point, while you two are all discussing this, he's already hopped onto the owl cat. He gives
He's pretty
a
much-
nod to
Yeah,
Wing
and
Sin.
Jenna's up there with him.
Yeah, I follow in too, but I take the seat furthest away from Alex.
Can I roll a perception to see if I notice like how Rua's been acting around me?
Well, she's not exactly being very sneaky
She's
about
not
it.
being subtle.
No.
All right.
I'm
Twitch,
gonna stand
Twitch,
behind Rura on that point and try to do an insight check on her neck. Can I do that?
I mean, yeah, you can. Though, you can do an
If you wish for me not to, I don't have to.
No,
That's what
I
you're
was just, yeah, you can roll an insight check. Okay, all you see are feathers.
Well, that's fair.
All right. Well, Alex says,
Oh dear.
Rura, are you all right?
Rua jolts and looks at him, and then she just looks downward. I'm fine.
You're not acting fine.
She kind of sighs and she looks downward. She goes, I'm just upset at you.
Well, we'll talk privately later, okay?
She just nods and keeps her gaze away from him.
Fiona, you would have seen Ala very clearly checking out Rura.
And
Just mentioning it, just because
okay,
because you have a perception of 16, I figured I'd mention it. So,
okay.
the owl flies up into the air and slowly begins to fly. Without actually flapping its wings, it opens them wide, and the moment you leave the bubble, there's a sudden slam of gravity before the wings flap and bring you higher and higher into the air. And then you begin to fly straight towards Fulma. Does anything happen on the trip?
During the trip, this is probably when Alex takes Rura aside and speaks to her.
Okay.
Before that, can I? Because that's more of a plot point and that you're doing before. Shikan looks towards Vienna and gives her the book back. with a little bit of a surprise. I didn't know that happened. I just can't believe what I just read.
That was a surprising thing. And roll insight.
Oh, insight. Okay. This is not good.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so you get the sense that's not quite what Bjorn is talking about, and also that she's not about to discuss it right now.
Alright, so, Rura and Alex.
Okay, so we're kind of like away from the party so that they can't hear us talking. Probably as close to outside as we can get because it tends to be like, I'd imagine it's pretty loud outside because of all the wind.
Yeah, but then you just be the entire conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, the place is
Alright,
pretty
well-
small, but we can say you're doing it while everyone else is taking a long rest.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, Ruru looks at him and she goes, "Are you sure you want to talk now? We really have an important mission to think about."
It's better to get it out of the way right now, don't you think?
No, but I don't usually get what I want anyway, so.
Alright, well, so, what's been on your mind? You've been kind of... Well, you said you were upset with me. I can probably guess what, considering Vierna's told Wolf, but I want to hear it from you.
I don't know. I guess I don't hate you. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's probably what you might think. I don't. The thing is, I'm just upset because, well, I guess you follow somebody without knowing their face. Why would you do that?
It's not the fact that I don't know his face. It's the fact that I got to know him as a person.
But he's not a person. What if he was lying to you all this time and was just using you?
He told me once. Rid of our patron Horo until he first made the pact. And even then, he just wanted a sort of formal relationship with him. Face. But I don't know, somehow I always knew Horo was there. I could always see him.
Oh my god.
And it just
But you didn't know who he really was.
seemed like an automatic connection, I guess. And he explained them as like they were their own little adventures, just how you could see all the everything that people would have gone through, how they'd sketch out their maps and all that, and just
Ruru looks a little upset with the
It's a
small
lot
glance.
to
She
grow
goes, "But
fond
how
of
do you know?
someone for pretty
But
much
how
my
do you
whole
know
life."
he's not using you?
What?
What if you're just being used?"
Alex goes silent for a moment. He kind of actually does look a little angry, and he says, "You don't think I considered that?" You don't think every moment of every day, like, I have these thoughts, I have these doubts. It's not just blind trust, Rua. And Horror knows it. He knows my every thoughts. He knows my doubts, my fears, my love everything. But there's no trust without doubt.
Ruru kind of goes quiet for a second, still with a narrow gaze, and she goes, "That's not true. You have to trust somebody to have full faith in them."
I know. And I do.
She kind of stares at him to make sure that he's truthful. "You really do? Even if this means this dragon becomes resurrected?"
I don't know, right? I just don't know. But just 2 decades, Rura. Over 2 decades of my life, there is no way that is a lie. There is no way he pretended to be my friend for that long and is just going to throw me away once he gets what he needs. Put it this way. Think about your savior, right? All the time, all the effort he spent on you, being there for you, supporting you. If he just... Can you even imagine him throwing you away like you were trash?
Rua, her face doesn't falter, but she sighs and she goes, I guess I understand where you're coming from. And it's not that I'm upset at you for following someone blindly. I guess I just wanted to make sure that your faith is true. People follow others for reasons. Some is greed, some is faith, some are being lied to. I mean, she kind of hugs herself a little bit, looking upset, and again, her hand's kind of close to her shoulder and her neck again. She goes, look at the gentleman. People blindly follow him as well, but it's something that they're used to because they trust him. And I guess I just wanted to make sure that you trust your Patreon.
Sorry.
You're good.
I wouldn't be... and everything.
She sighs deeply, calming down a little bit, and she goes, I just wanted to make sure that you... I guess I'm worried? I don't know. I just want to make sure you're not going to get hurt when you find out you're being used. Like, I have full faith that my savior would never hurt me. He would never disregard me. He's told me plenty of times. He's proven to me. So I guess I'm asking, do you have your proof that your Patreon won't just disregard you in the end?
I can't really guarantee what's going to happen, but all I can tell you is this. He's my best friend, and I trust him on that basis.
Could you repeat that? Vienna was being loud and I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah,
All right.
same.
All right. Look, I can't guarantee what'll happen in the end, but Horror, I've said this before, he's my best friend, and I trust him on that basis. He said he'll tell me when the time comes, and I believe him on that.
Rua just watches his face closely, just like for a second, just studying him. And then she sighs again, relaxing a little, and then like lowers her arms. Okay, fine, I'll take that much. Just be careful. Like, I know I can trust my savior without a doubt. I just want to make sure you feel that way too.
I do. And I'm sorry I put you through this. I'm sorry I put all of you through this.
River kind of shrugs and she goes, well, I wasn't there when we found out, so don't really need to apologize to me.
It's just as much of a shock as it was to me than it probably was for you. But, well, he's been good to me. He's been good to my family. And that's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's
Fine,
all I can
I'll
really
take that.
say.
Fine, I'll take that. Just know that I may not, to be honest, Alex, I may not trust you very much after this, but I'm willing to go through this and to see this adventure to the end with you guys.
I understand. And I'm sorry it has to be that way. But I understand.
Yeah, Ruba feels a little guilty for making him upset, but she figures it's best to be honest. So she's like, she gives him a soft, apologetic look. She goes, I'm sorry.
Like I said to Halar, you do what you think is best, even if it hurts.
Right. So she sighs and then she kind of sits up straighter. She goes, hi, look at my new armor.
Looks rather nice. Did Elnath give that to you?
She perks up right away. She goes, mm-hmm. Apparently, this is what my kind wears. It fits me perfect, actually. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, there's no way I could wear something like that.
And I can fly in it too. It's pretty amazing. Even though she kind of fiddles with the neck a little bit, the neck is kind of feels a little tight, but it might just be me.
Well, maybe we can get it adjusted at a blacksmith. I mean,
No,
we're just about there to film us.
Yeah, no. My savior gave it to me, just for me. It's fine. I'll get used to it.
All right then. And after just kind of a bit of silence, and he just says, thanks for being honest with me and hearing me out. I know it's not easy.
Rua softly shrugs with a small smile, and she goes, well, I mean, better to be honest than to lead you on, right?
Well,
but not in that way. Not in that way. You're already taken.
I'm not.
So,
besides, you're like, I don't know.
But
anyway, it's getting late, so Maggie and I are just friends.
Not from what I heard.
Alright, well, it's getting a bit late, so we should probably get some rest so we're not tired.
Rua kind of gives him a little look like he's dodging the question.
So,
but then she just smiles. She goes, okay.
You both head to bed? Allah. I heard that, Alex. Allah. As you're resting, you hear vague voices as you begin to have a dream. You see the land of Mayhem, as you can see on the map. And then you see, it's as if you're looking at the map, and that you are very much looking at right now. And you see, slowly widening cloud of smoke begin to form from Londrak.
On where?
From Londrak.
Sorry, you cut out the last bit. I got it.
It pauses as if hitting a barrier and skirts around the edge before beginning to snake round and around and around. And then it spreads out further. And then your dream fades to black. And you wake up.
Is this normal clouds?
Dark clouds.
Lightning clouds or smoke clouds?
Smoke.
Okay. Alrighty. She wakes up in a gasp as she breathes heavily. The land. It's crying once more. It's smoke, fire. It has to be. I don't know what else it could be. Good.
Smoke and fire do tend to be in the same place.
Yeah, Rua jolts and she goes, smoke? Fire? Where? No more cinch feathers.
I'm sorry. It was a dream.
Is this one of those druid prophetic dreams or just a dream?
I don't know. It's just it wasn't a normal dream, okay?
All right.
It was something else. It started in Lundruck.
Bless you.
What happened to Lundruck?
It was covered in smoke from where I could see. And it just kept spreading, covering the entire land.
Wait, Lundruck?
Yeah.
You mean this all starts and spreads from Lundruck?
From what I can see.
Kagura puts on a stern face. He's looked serious before, but this is like worried serious.
I don't know. I never had anything like this before.
Didn't your sister have a dream like that?
She didn't have dreams like this, or not until recently. That's why she left on her own will.
And didn't she say her? Well, she did say her dream had the entirety of mayhem engulfed in fire. Yours is smoke, so. And it seems like yours is a bit more accurate that it's saying it's coming from Lundruck, so. What can we infer from this?
Our main problem might be in Lone Drug, or a clue. Well,
Maybe.
that's a possibility anyway.
Alex rubs his head and, stands up from the bed and he says, Ling Sing, how close are we to Fulma?
You've already landed. You just didn't want to wake them.
Ah.
We're already here.
Oh. And he just looks at them and is like, oh, so we are.
And I'm pretty sure you meant Fulma, not Londrock.
Yeah.
No, I was asking if we were at Fulma.
So, you look around and the place seems relatively the same as you left it. Though,
Exactly the same as we left.
you notice that, the shepherd Hengen Yokai is currently drawing a symbol into the wood. They're burning it even.
Huh?
What's going on?
I'm dispelling the magic. A spell this size requires an actual arcane symbol.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Oh, wait, yeah, that reminds me. Someone go and get Jones.
Alright, I'll be right back.
He
Heads off.
he needs to be awake to see this. Well, I mean, he has to be awake anyway, but he needs to see this.
Well, if he fell asleep this soon after we got here, we're screwed.
Just hurry it up, okay? Just please, hurry.
Don't have to ask me twice. And he speeds off to where Jones is.
As you open the door, you see it relatively the same as the last time you were here. He's sitting down, nursing a cup of coffee with just eyes closed, barely even, head dipping on occasion as he barely catches himself and stays awake.
No time. Sorry to wake you from your beauty sleep, Doc. But we're gonna need you to be awake for a little while longer.
Who are you again?
We're the adventurers that chased you halfway across the town to get you to tell us what was going on with your wish spell.
I'm sorry, I don't remember that.
Has it really been that long?
I'm sorry, I don't know who you are.
Well, you don't. As far as I'm concerned, you don't need to know me. The important thing is, my friends and I are here to break the time loop. So if you could just stay awake long enough for us to do that, that'd be great.
Sure, I'll try. So
You might wanna bring him to the place instead.
I'm taking you with me. You're gonna see this beat. You're gonna watch this get done.
he slowly moves to stagger to his feet, and he begins to follow. His arms just limp as he begins to drag himself and follow.
Kagura lends his shoulder to support the doctor, and he goes, "Don't go collapsing on me now, old man."
Eventually, you make it to there, and all of you can immediately tell once the light hits him that he's basically skin and bones.
Oh.
God, he's barely even alive.
I'm
So-
fully aware of that.
Did we take too long?
Dennis, you hear a voice speak up, and he says, a voice speak up, and the Shepherdhagen yokai, I forget his name, I'm sorry. He
Wistig.
says, Wistig, that's right. I'll have to make his character sheet soon. Wistig speaks up and says, "Hey, Dennis, can you give me a hand here? I need a magical anchor thing, to direct the spell."
Don't screw
Okay.
this up.
He puts you in the center of the spell and he says, "Great, all you have to do is stand there, okay? Do not move."
Okay.
Oh, are you
You
gonna
have a cookie.
Or are you gonna sacrifice him to break the spell?
Please.
Don't tempt me. So,
What does that mean?
Yeah. Rose
Nothing.
looks at Kagra like, Kagra?
So, you watch as his hands begin to glow, and he places them down on the circle, and slowly, a shimmering sphere that has been surrounding the town becomes visible, and then at the very top, where a thin light connects it directly to where the doctor is, it begins to slowly dissipate, and the thread begins to fade away.
Does that mean that it's working?
It is working.
I
When
look
the-
straight up. Is something weird happening in the sky?
You watch as the sky that you are seeing and the sky that's outside are both very distinctly different blues. And that one is clearly midday and the other is clearly closer to morning.
So, is where off? I asked Wisdig.
Pardon?
The sky, is that sort of disconnected and wear off?
Well, the sky was on the barrier bit that's slowly being disintegrated.
Okay.
So the morning sky is the real sky, and the midday sky was the wish spell sky.
People are gonna get confused by this.
Sorry.
Mhm.
So
We'll explain it to
you
them.
watch as finally the shimmering sphere reaches the water and then descends deeper into it, and you can see it slowly lighting up as it begins to dip away, and then it curves, and then there's a cat. And when the light that was coming from the sky and reaching towards Jones reaches his head, there's a soft jolt that passes his body, and he collapses. And the light from the circle arcane runes fades. Wistig speaks up and says, "Alright, we're done."
Mhm.
Kagura quickly catches the old man, and right before as he notices him collapsing, like, "Hey, whoa, careful there, old man."
He's unconscious.
Wait. Kagura waves his hand in front of Jones's face.
Here, let me. She actually tries to check his pulse.
It's incredibly weak. If he doesn't get immediate medical attention, he might die.
Yeah, he's.
Fiona, can you bring him to the clerics?
Shikon actually raises his hand before anyone does something. You know, I think it's better that he stays with his wife and follows her. If you know what I mean.
I'm gonna let him die on his own terms, not from our own means.
I'm not
Get
gonna.
it? Get him to the clerics of Gurk. They got the best healers.
Yeah,
he
I'm not
wanted
so.
he wanted to be with his wife. So
Oh, he can make that choice when he's conscious enough to do it.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not gonna be so cruel as to assume someone's choice during their last moments.
Look, if he wants to go that way, he'll go that way on his own like he said, on his own terms. But we're not going. But it would be irresponsible of us not to bring him back.
fine.
Look, Shikon, if it means that much to you,
You know him as Wolf, by the way.
Wolf, if it means that much to you, why don't you go get his wife and bring her to the clerics?
Okay.
That way, they will be together, come what may.
Eli's already moving them to the clerics.
They take him and
she-
they immediately give him some mushed up food and hydrate him, etc. Doctor stuff. Make sure his organs are all in place. And they tell you that he is badly malnourished. In fact, it's a wonder he's even alive.
After a while, Shikon returning to going to the place where Allah went with the wife of the doctor.
When you go to approach where the wife was, yeah, she's passed.
Shikon just simply says, I knew it. He just says the right thing and simply covers her up with a little blanket and actually prays a little bit for her safe departure.
You hear a soft sound on the breeze, an echo that makes your ear twitch. And you feel a soft but chilled, ice-cold embrace. And a voice, feminine, whisper.
Shika nods very softly. It's the least I can do.
And then the presence is gone.
Was that Shikan going out of the hospital and meeting up with back up with the group?
Allah, you watch as the Shikon retrieves the body of the wife and she is placed beside the recovering Dr. Jones.
She just passed away.
Alar goes silent to that and just slowly nods.
Well, it was bound to happen. That time loop was the only thing keeping her alive all this time.
I know.
Do you all head
Have
back
some
to
sympathy,
rejoin everyone
Kagra.
else?
Hmm?
Do you head back to rejoin everyone else?
Someone said while you spoke.
It was me. Sorry.
I heard
Oh.
Ninja. I was wondering what she was saying.
Yeah, I was just asking if you actually went back and delivered that news. Because
I
otherwise
did.
they wouldn't know.
Hmm?
Continue, Rura.
Sorry,
Huh?
it's getting a little more harder for me to talk.
We're nearly there.
Write it out
Do
then.
your best. Do your best.
I just said, have some sympathy, Kagra.
I'm just. The sympathetic. It'd be sympathetic. It'd be less sympathetic to sugarcoat the facts.
Well, I admire
Yep.
honesty. It's also good to realize that he's also hurting as well.
Not as much as the old man must be right now.
Rua, your voice is a little bit sore. You should rest a little bit.
Yeah, I might have to type from now on. It's getting harder to talk.
That's fine, Rura.
Okay.
We're very close to wrapping up as it is. So, you all look up and you watch the day slowly passing by. Time moves on.
You know,
Hey,
Though the town will never know of what you've done beyond a few select people. You did
She
good.
can immediately remember something. Where are the fiends and the armor? We have to deal with them soon.
oh, that's already taken care of.
Oh?
Yeah, wiped out the last of them.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Besides, if there is a straggler or two left, I'm sure the dragons will take care of it.
Clerics.
And clerics, yeah.
Mm.
Actually, that reminds me. Vierna?
Yes.
Well, Fulma is pretty much saved by now. And you've pretty much done what you've set out to do, so are you gonna be staying here, or are you still gonna come with us?
I'll come with you.
Why?
Apparently, old Mayhem needs to be saved from something.
Well, you don't really have a stake in it.
I think, and I don't really have a stake in all of Mayhem being in danger. I feel like I do.
No arguing
Fair
with
enough.
that.
It's just I don't know. I don't know why. I just thought maybe you wanted to just stay home. I'm here for a bit after everything that's happened.
Oh, I kind of do, but you can't always get as happy, can you?
I suppose not.
Alex, if I
Still.
may.
Sure. What's
Well,
the matter?
it's a small story I like to share with people here. It's one about the old druid tribe leader.
Alright,
Mm.
go for it.
Well, he wasn't really a druid. Honestly, the old tribe leader was a warrior of types, a fighter. But he was a foolish guy. He didn't trust any of his comrades, companions. He didn't have allies near the end. He only thought of them as tools or weapons or ways to expand. He had an advisor who was the druid. The druid advised him of his wrongdoings, but eventually he never listened. So the people turned on him, and the druid was crowned as the tribe leader from Nico. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, he doubted his people. He doubted his allies. He doubted his friends. He doubted his family. When a leader starts to doubt himself in the end, that's when he fails. Just believe in yourself.
And Alex just sort of sighs and he just looks over to everyone and he just says, I'm sorry I haven't been good to you guys for a while.
Don't worry about it. The only thing I'm worried about is what we do moving forward.
Moving forward
Wow.
is the best way right now.
Well, as it stands, I'd say seems like Reserve will be away for a bit. Let's wait for her. She and I need to address something before we leave.
I'm sure she'd want to get in touch with her dragonborn friend now that the time loop is gone.
Yeah, and she and I have a few things to give him as well, so yeah.
I'm pretty sure Tanuki took her today.
To
Given
what?
that she's not,
I
that
took
she
her.
popped away. Yeah. Given that I didn't saw her the moment I got back from him with Ruwaim.
Well, until then, let's say we, take it easy for a bit. I'd say we've earned at least a bit of a break.
Mm.
No complaints.
That I
there.
can get with.
Mm.
I hear Fulma's got some pretty nice baths here.
I can verify that.
Yeah, of course
Didn't
you
we-
would. Of course you'd be able to verify that, you water guzzler.
In fact,
we definitely need to take a bath. Let's go.
the baths are
start-
right behind the temple.
How about we rest first and take the bath tomorrow to be pretty fresh?
Yeah, honestly, I'd want everyone to be here for when we relax. No sense in leaving Reserve out of this.
So,
Yeah.
which inn are you gonna stay at?
You guys go ahead and take care of something.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, and I hop into the ocean.
Figures as much.
I guess she's going to speak with her god.
Or I don't know, play with a dolphin. Anyway, well, seems like considering what we've got, how about we treat ourselves a little tonight?
Treat ourselves? What did you have in mind?
Just out of character, the highest inn is the Mermaid Inn, right?
Nope, that's the Swanky Swordfish Inn, the one at the very highest level.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's head to the Swanky Swordfish.
Okay.
Oh, you just hear a large chanting, "Swanky swordfish." Just like raises a fist up in the air.
Okay,
That first night.
Got her vote.
so you head to the Swanky Swordfish Inn. Amano Mashi, the older looking woman that's well traveled, greets you. She smiles as she brings you in and says, well, hi. How can I help you this fine day? Travelers, I assume?
Yes.
We'd like to we'd like to have a room for 8 people, if you would, please.
Of course. I believe it was 2 gold a night, right? Let me go
It
pull it.
was on the expensive.
Actually, you mean 7 because Vienna is can stay in the temple for free.
Let me
Hey,
grab my old
don't
book.
assume.
Don't assume.
I'm sorry.
Okay, session 6. Yeah, okay, let's see. Swanky Swordfish Inn, 2 gold per person.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 gold per person. Well, that's 16 gold. Gold. Stay at Swanky Inn. And out of the party funds, I take that out and give that to her. Here you go, madam.
She takes you, gives you your individual rooms, and you begin to enjoy yourselves. The rooms are lavish. They're massive. The beds are as soft as anything. There's even a private little bathing area, but again, you're waiting for tomorrow. And the meals are to die for. They're just grilled meat slathered with honey, rice cooked. Delicious. Fiona.
Just as I remember.
Okay, and I just said, stare into the water. I'm underwater in the bay, and I just stare for a moment and say, "All right, couple questions. First and foremost, I take out the Dolphin Sorrow. What in the world was this doing in the Lock Temple?"
You see a dolphin appear and leap out of the water and then dive, and then it swims up and begins to nuzzle against you before it begins to backpedal a bit, and you hear the voice echo in your head.
Oh, so I'm not going to be playing charades with the dolphin. Good.
No, not today. He's feeling charitable.
Vienna says that out loud.
No, not today. I'm feeling a bit chipper today. I thought that was lost, to be honest.
Yeah. Well.
So, as for why that was there, well, I could tell you, but it'd be more fun for you to figure it out. I'll just say you have the clues already at your disposal.
Good to know. Other question: this danger that that's threatening Mayhem. I don't suppose you give me a clear picture of what exactly it is, because everything we've gotten so far has been a little vague.
I don't know. All I know is that from the southeast, a dark storm is brewing, and from the north, a toxic center is starting to expand.
Danger. Dark storm.
Where are you writing this anyway?
What?
You sounded like you were writing it down. My bad.
Yeah, I am. On the character parts of the character sheet that is normally don't use.
Ah. He sighs and he says, "I don't have much sea over the land. I mean, all I do is, hugger, lover." And
Of
with
course.
that, he swims away.
Right. Well, and with that, I basically just boost my. I cast Shape Water to just kind of launch myself up out of the water and back onto the dock.
The few civilians there give you a clap and they say, "Oh wow, very good, very good, solid A." Sure, I rated a 9. No, A. Yeah, A.
I smirk, bow, and head up and start walking heading up to the swanky swordfish.
Okay. Do you buy yourself a night too?
These guys already paid for my night.
Yeah, we paid for 8 people.
Yeah. So.
Bjorna's going to be a freeloader.
So. You enjoy everything that the.
Hey, last night I slept in a fucking ancient ruin. And tonight I get a soft bed.
So, is there anything else? Bed. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before?
Grumble.
I want to.
Nothing that can't be taken care of next session.
I want to inscribe the shield spell into my book.
Okay.
Wait, one more thing. Alex, he's looking over his ring and, knowing what spells in it, and he says, is anyone looking for, like, a familiar or something? Because I have an aversion to familiars.
Well, if no one wants to, then I gladly take it.
Well, I mean, I
that's
want the
very
ring.
coming.
I want the ring back, but I mean, I don't want a familiar. So if you're free to have it, go for it, big guy. And Alex flicks him the ring.
You need components. You need components to cast that spell.
Nope.
Isn't the components already spent into the ring?
I'd imagine so, yeah. Because you
She-
cast the spell and then it's sent into the ring. Isn't that how it works, Vienna?
Yes, it doesn't really specify how the components work.
I mean, I imagine it's kind of like it's just like a permanent hold spell, I guess you can say, until
Yeah.
you say otherwise.
That's
That's
what I
what it feels
thought.
like.
Yeah.
She catches the ring, looks at it. I hope it fits on my fingers.
Use your
Touch.
pinky finger.
So,
Ah,
you take some time to attune to it. Dennis,
yes.
do you have the costs of inscribing the shield spell?
It says. I had it here just a moment ago. 2 hours and 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're sure that's for the level one spell?
Shield spell is level 1, right?
Okay, then yeah, you'll need to head down to the magic shop to get the items, to get the paper and the ink and such. But sure, you're able to do that. You briefly speak to a.
Actually, I head down to the magic shop too.
Sure. You head down
Because-
to.
Can I possibly buy extras so I can inscribe on the go?
You can.
Yeah.
But,
Because
but you have to buy them
Well-
now.
in
Okay.
shape water, when I cast shape water, I found part out of what I got with magic initiate. Now, I too am going to cast find familiar.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a second. So, Dennis, you managed to get the requisite stuff you need from the magic shop. It's run by a blue-haired cleric with black eyes and a monotone expression. Her arms are always folded. Now, how much do you want to get exactly? Are you getting 50? Are you getting 100? 150?
How much are you guys okay with me having?
Currently, considering our expenses, I would say you can splurge on 150 if you like.
Okay.
I was getting 700. Shit, you guys are nice.
I said 150.
So an additional 150 or 150 total?
150 total.
Okay.
So, you'll have 100 gold's worth of spell scroll stuff left. I'd write that down so you don't forget. So, do you look around the store, you see the potion of mystery, the wound closure, the pearl of power, the restorative ointment, the handy haversack, and you see the 3 scrolls. Do you look at the scrolls?
Sure.
These are the scrolls that are there. And while you look at those, we will go back to the familiar buddies. So Vienna, what's your familiar?
A white hawk named Valen.
What? Fox named
Hawk.
A what?
Hawk.
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 Okay.
No,
So-
it's Valen.
Okay, Valen. So,
Oh, close.
with a whoosh, your hawk appears.
Hey, buddy. I know it's been a while.
The blank eyes stare at you unblinking. And then slowly
Yeah.
they close and then open.
I sort of stroke him on the beak.
His eyes close as he begins to enjoy it.
I didn't know you were a bed person.
You're not
I'm not-
there.
This is just and yeah, I'm just funny that way.
So, Shikon.
I mean, I imagine like he'll make that remark when I come back
Gotcha.
with Fallon.
Shikon.
All right, Shikon.
Yeah.
You.
My familiar?
Yes.
I haven't thought of a name yet, but I'm going with a little Fey wolf pup if it's possible.
I said I'd allow that, so yes. With a swift, a small little wolf pup appears, with
Ah,
with
look at
pitch black with white speckles. Similar to Allah's
look
hair,
at you.
actually.
Hey,
What?
Coughs
Alice
awkwardly
hair?
at that.
Pardon?
Look at you. I think of your name later. And Shigon starts to pet the little pup.
You pet the dog. Its tail wags.
It's not a dog, it's a wolf.
Wolf. A wolf is a type of dog.
Same
Yeah,
family.
okay, sorry. I'm just
So-
tired.
Back to Dennis. You've looked at the scrolls?
I think I'd want to clear any purchases with the party, so I make notes of what scrolls are there, so I can ask them later.
Alright. And all of the magic items available are under towns, under Forma. So, under magic items. So, you can check those out at your convenience and decide what you want to buy next session. Regardless,
Okay.
is there anything else you want to do before you head to bed?
I give the wing back.
Thank you.
And keeping the little wolf Fey wolf pup close to me.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the celestial hawk is just like sitting on the is sort of perched on the armchair beside me.
It moves a little to the left, it moves a little to the right. Its head turns left and right. Then it goes, ah!
And
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do before bedtime?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm also
all I can
good.
think of. That's all I can think of.
So, Linson, your work is done. You bid farewell to the party. Any final words you want to give?
Oh, me?
Yeah. You bid farewell to the party. You're taking the wizard back, and then you're free.
It's been fun.
So
Hopefully
how are we
you-
leaving here if Lensing is leaving us here? He's leaving without us.
I guess you better find out.
Hmm.
Pretty sure it's all beer.
Oh.
No, the owl
Bye.
goes with Linson.
Yep.
I must leave. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Thank you for bringing us here.
Mm-hmm.
Do not mention it. I
Bye,
hope, to,
Linson.
I hope to see you all again another time.
And with that,
Farewell.
I'm certain it could be happening.
of course,
Yeah.
Rura gives the
Yeah,
owl
of
cat
course.
one last hug, and then you will watch as the wings flare, and then, like a bullet, it shoots right up into the air, and then begins to fade into the distance until you can't even see it anymore. So,
Goodbye.
One of those.
thank you so much,
Okay.
Lynn, for being a part of the party. We hope to see you again
No.
soon, yes.
Okay, no problem. Good night.
Night.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone else, you all head to bed. Only Allah. As you look out of the window, your vision begins to fade again. And you collapse to the ground, falling unconscious. Once more, you see yourself above the map. Only this time, let me change that music real quick. There we go. Okay.
You just dropped the peaceful tunes.
So, this time, however, your vision takes you north. And for a moment it looks like it starts at Fulmer, but then you realize that no, it's Prosh. And you watch as a slowly darkening black circle forms over it, and then begins to circle outward and head up the coast. And further, and further, further. And then it's somewhere. And then slowly snakes out towards. And what you can see of it just looks like the land is slowly rotting away. And then you wake up. You're on the ground. And that is where we're ending it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming. I hope you all had fun this session.
Yeah?
Yep, okay, great. So, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Tired.
We'll see you all next session. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Orphan lost, soul found. Nature's sisterhood's calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strengthened. Orphan lost, soul found. Nature's sisterhood's calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strengthened. darkest fear.